Ladies and gentlemen, I'm MicOne, you're awesome, and welcome to the 18th episode of ARMA 3 ShoutCast. We have got 85 players in this large-scale player versus player matchup today, but before we get into the game, let me begin by introducing the teams. On Blue 4, we have Phalanx, the 21st Viking, JTF1, ARCOM, OGC, the 32nd Rangers, and the 6th VDV. And on Op 4, we have Bourbon Warfare, the 3rd ID, the 71st SOG, and the 2nd MRB. An interesting looking battlefield for this match, Obsidian. The Blue 4 have to capture this observation, or almost this flag, on top of the hill here, but it's going to be a terrifying uphill fight. And of course, before we continue, I am joined by ObsidianZephyr. He's the leader of a Arma 3 unit known as Raven Tactical. Good to have you here again.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
So the kicker for this matchup, the little bit of a twist, is that Blue 4 have a very difficult fight ahead of them. They have one choke point connecting essentially which is pretty much an island, to the rest of the mainland. But they do have night vision goggles, whereas the Red 4 do not. It is pretty darn dark out in this field of battle. Let's switch back to normal quickly so you can get an idea of what we're talking about. Definitely, you're able to see for a little bit, quite a distance. There is a bit of a moon out, but definitely night vision goggles help a whole lot. Blue 4 have decided to mount up a large amount of units. I think that's about a squad and a half worth in 3 little rubber dinghies that are under fire from Red 4 up on the hillside. We'll see if they're able to get towards where they're going without any casualties, but it's gonna be a fun ride for them, no doubt. Obsidian?
Yeah, it looks to be about a squad. The front 2 vehicles have 5 infantry each, with the trailing vehicle being the squad command element.
I'm going to quickly switch back into normal view so you guys can see the trace fire being exchanged from these two teams. Going into a quick tactical overview, and wow, you can just see trace fire from both sides starting to really pick up. It seems like the Red 4 kind of firing a little bit more than the Blue 4 at this time. Both squads continuing to maneuver as we head back into night vision. Let's check out the route of approach for that Blue 4 team. It is very, very scary, but I guess almost the one advantage for Blue 4 is even being on the low ground. Really, the only positions Op 4 can fire at them is if they're on the peaks, right? Because if they even get into some of these, hillsides, the slope terrain, if they engage with their tracer fire, Blue 4 can identify and pick them off pretty quickly.
Yeah, they'll be skylining themselves. They have to engage now while they can still fire at them before Blue 4 gets up on the hill.
Some GLs going down. Whoa! I believe that's some kind of RPG from that Red 4 team being shot into that Blue 4 clump. Didn't get anybody, I don't think, but we do have a flare going out for that Blue 4 team, able to light up the sky a little bit better. Another shot on top of that Blue 4 element. Didn't get anybody once again, but they are definitely suppressed. Let's take a quick peek back at those rubber dinghies. Starting to come a little bit closer to the island. They are still taking fire from the Red 4 on the hill, though, so it's going to be very interesting to see what these Blue 4 decide to do, if they decide to land or just stick a ways away, because, man, looking around on that island, basically all the approaches they can possibly take are covered by Op 4.
Yeah, but they haven't lost anyone yet, and they've got an entire half side of the island to pick from there.
Taking a look from that Blue 4 perspective, advance has slowed down a little bit, which is to be expected. You don't want to kind of rush this kind of push. It just, the checkpoint is there and it's real. The Humvee now moving into position where it can return fire to that Red 4 on the hillside. And I think that main clump of Red 4 over on your screen now is probably the best bulwark of defense for this team at this time. Rubber dinghies continue to take fire, kind of moving in a large circular fashion, just biding their time. I'm not sure if they had an original drop-off point, an original destination that they have since bypassed because they are under fire, or if they're still kind of maneuvering and have been ordered to wait it out and see when they can actually advance towards the shoreline.
Yeah, Blue 4's got to make use of those dinghies sometime. Ideally, they could be used to break this hold that Op4 has on the hillsides here, allowing Blue 4 to get across that isthmus in the center there, but...
they are distracting a significant number of Red 4 units, though, right? I mean, it's at least 7... Yeah, well, 6, excuse me, Red 4 units distracted by those dinghies at this time, really not firing towards the Blue 4 to their front. So they are doing something at this point, even though they aren't necessarily firing directly or being part of the battle, you know, directly per se.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, but, I mean, they're definitely going to be the ones here to break this hold that Op4 has on the isthmus. Otherwise, Blue 4 is going to be sitting in this line, exchanging fire, not really able to get across, and Op4 will be able to continue to fire upon them so long as they have ammo.
Well, we'll wait and see if the Blue 4 dinghies decide to make a landing sometime soon. The area on your screen now is probably maybe some of the best place to do it. Red 4 does have a height advantage, but there is significant cover from the rocks, so we'll see where those dinghies decide to land. Back on the Blue 4 side, a Humvee has gone down, and it is in flames in the middle of that road. That's a significant asset lost for that Blue 4 team. I believe they have 2 Humvees total. So that's a heavy MG just gone down, and there is a Red 4 unit behind the lines of the Blue 4. How? I'm not sure, but he doesn't have a uniform on, so I have no idea what happened. But that Red 4, it might just make a significant impact on the Blue 4 sitting back behind the lines. That's a fire team's worth of Blue 4 deciding to swim across to the other side. Might just actually be a good play right now.
I don't know what's going on with that single Op4 guy, but he has definitely already killed 1 Blue 4, and he may very well definitely
yeah, he's
killed
taking
a
some
second.
friendly fire right now as he continues to advance, but how did... I'm not sure if we both missed him or what happened there, but 2 down for him, so he's on a 2-kill killing spree right now as those 4 Blue 4 units continue to swim across the open water slowly but steadily, advancing towards the Red 4 side, and I don't think the Op 4 have noticed them at this point.
No, yeah, if those guys get to the shore before the other ones on the other side in the dinghies, then they may be the ones to shake this up and allow Blue 4 to advance.
Accurate fire coming down on those dinghies, though. Wow. I do believe I see a casualty on that boat, too, so... Red 4, or Blue 4, excuse me, definitely have taken some casualties in the dinghies. They aren't maneuvering to land, I don't think, just quite yet. They are distracting a bunch of Red 4, though. That Red 4 on the Blue 4 side seems to have finally gone down. Took a few with him, though.
I don't know what I'd be feeling if I was in that guy's position. Or, I mean, the ones he's killed position, that's some expert level
probably what
flanking.
They'd be asking, yeah.
Either that
He
or
must have
some
swam.
shenanigans.
Or, yeah, one or the other. I don't know, but epic play nonetheless. Blue 4. Moving into land, they're close to the beach front, maybe around 50 meters or so. Just maybe another minute before they hit that, as they slowly continue swimming.
Still undetected.
Still undetected, which I think is the biggest part of their success at this point. Those dinghies still mobile for that Blue 4 team. As fire continues to be exchanged, let's take a quick tactical overview. As you can see, Red 4 haven't really maneuvered that much. Blue 4 more so. You see right now the dinghies for that Blue 4 team. Actually, I think they just lost a dinghy. Yeah, that looks like everyone down.
Swimming off, yeah. One of them bailed
out into the open.
That one.
Oh,
yeah.
That poor man. Hopefully they pick him back up. He's ways away from the shoreline. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you do enjoy these shoutcasts, be sure to leave a like rating on the channel and subscribe for more great content to come. And of course, we are playing in an event today called Friday Night Fight. It is hosted by a group called Phalanx, and you can find their contact info as well as the contact info for every single unit participating in this game down in the description of this video. That Blue 4 fire team, I think, has been spotted, Zephyr.
Have they? The ones that they're swimming there on the west side?
I thought I caught some trace coming down their way, but it might have been passing overhead.
Yeah, I think they've got this. I think they're going to be able to get on there without taking any fire. They've
hitting
just
the beach
landed.
right now, yeah. Yeah, I maybe they haven't been spotted because they definitely aren't taking fire right now when they probably would have been otherwise.
Not too many infantry left over on the southern side of the isthmus there. Blue 4 have lost a lot sitting there.
Yeah, I mean, good on that fire team from the Blue 4 for getting on that side, but they've only got 4 guys there against over 20 at this point. A heavy MG mounted, or that's not an MG, that's, wow, I don't even know what that's called, some kind of, I guess, recoilless rifle or something like that?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Crew served AT position.
Yeah, which is under fire, and another Red 4 gone down at that position. Blue 4, very accurate shots coming down. That thing might have been used to take out that Humvee, though, yeah.
Yeah, very accurate shots are capable with those things, for sure.
Still following that 4-man Blue 4 fire team as they continue to go closer towards that capture location. It is defended by a significant amount of Op 4, though. 5 guys mounting the top of the hillside here. Not able to be noticed, or not able to notice, excuse me, the advancing Blue 4 just yet, but all they have to do is kind of look down and they'll see.
That
Blue 4 also have quite a rise to walk up of, right? Like, I don't think they can, I don't know, maybe they can advance all the way around using the rocks, but it's gonna be quite a hike.
Yeah, it might actually be too steep for them to climb. They may just slide down after attempting.
Even if they do just well, they do slide down, I think they will be able to, I don't know. It definitely way in the rear. There is some ability to move up the hillside and take the Red 4 totally from their 6, but we'll see if that's what they decide to do. And it seems like that's what they will do. They will continue. I don't think they'll be able to get up that rise, but they might as well try. Yeah, this is a very scary kind of mountaineering expedition for this 4-man Blue 4 team. Checking back on those dinghies, they have dismounted and are taking cover by some rocks. I don't see where the dinghies are at. They're parked nearby, but really that dinghy expedition just took fire on their 360 tour of the island.
Yeah, it looks like in the dinghy, like the furthest most one, they took 2 casualties, and the one that's still on, the driver, is dead.
Yeah.
They lost a lot playing merry-go-round in the dinghies, and now they're doing their best to continually distract and return fire to Op 4.
Which is all they could do at this point. That 4-man Blue 4 team might just find this hill a little bit too steep. Yeah, I think they're finally realizing that they just might not be able to make it up. Yeah, maybe they will if they're able to get around this corner. Yeah, looks like they will. They found a way. The mountaineering expedition continues as that Blue 4 team has flanked all the way around their Red 4 defenders and are very, very close towards their main objective.
Yeah, these guys on Blue 4 might just have the play of the game here with these mountain climbers, I guess, as you're calling them. You're sneaking up on Op 4. They've given no mention that they're...
Well, there's the mention right now. Hilltop is contested. Red 4 must know something is up. We'll see what this element very close to that Blue 4 team decides to do. You can see now immediately breaking contact with the unit to their front. They are now saying, whoa, 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 what's going on here? You can see a little bit more scanning going on. Starting to pick the fire back up, but very close by.
Frags.
Great frag, yeah. Another frag going off.
Double frags by Scorch 052.
Another frag going off. 3 remain from that Red 4 team. 2 Blue 4 units still haven't made it all the way up the rise, though. So very interesting decision to engage before all their units are ready to come online.
And those 2 that are currently engaging the Op 4 are going to face a ton more as they're starting to move and come up to the hill.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of Red 4 reinforcements moving towards their position, converging on that point. Blue 4 have to make a move, have to make a push before those reinforcements arrive. If they arrive too quickly and they kind of orient or decide, they understand where the Blue 4 are coming from, this push will be shut down. As I think the Red 4 consciousness of this, where this Blue 4 push is coming from, where these units are becoming a little bit more adept. A battle by the rocks, close quarters. It might be the Blue 4 getting flanked at this point. Remember, Red 4 have no night vision, so maybe on this flank, you know, just the sunlight isn't there. Blue 4 might be able to notice. He's lining him up. He's gonna be saying hi. Kind of following the frags down. Shots being fired, and they kill each other. Wow, I mean, that's what you get at perhaps for playing it a little bit too cheekily. 1 Blue 4 going down, 3 remain. 1 for 1 have taken out a significant number of Red 4, but reinforcements continue to arrive.
Yeah, contrary to what I said earlier, though, Op4 has completely abandoned the hill, it appears. They've got 2 on the point, and they've just surrounded... Oh, now they're starting to maneuver back towards it, but it seems like they took a step back after finding contact.
They misidentified where that push was coming from, maybe a little bit too far to their 6, and are only now realizing where it's more so located. Well, more than a squad's worth being relocated from that large defensible rocky position on the other peak of the island. That Blue 4 is going to have a hell of a time fighting these guys off. We'll see what they can do. They have pushed back quite a ways down the mountain. They are going to be pushed by 1 Red 4 unit. We'll see if they can take them out. They do. And, I mean, hey, if they can just chill where they're at and just continually take out Red 4 as they arrive, so be it. But they've got to capture that objective sometime, and frags will just flush these Blue 4 out of their positions.
Yeah,
even now, being flanked on the other side as well.
If they can get the frags to land, I mean, those frags, they bounce sometimes, and
they roll.
If they throw it, yeah, if they throw it off the edge, it might just go past the Blue 4.
That is true. We'll have to see what they decide to do. They're definitely getting swarmed and surrounded at this point.
Op 4 seems to have a pair of mountain climbers behind the Blue 4 position, but they might not be able to squeeze through that rock formation.
If they can, they're gonna pop out right where the Blue 4 least expect them. More Red 4 cresting the hill. Blue 4 is ready there to engage them, but I don't think they have line of sight. No, they don't.
Oh, they're stacked and they've got overlapping fields of fire, but it seems the Op 4 is...
if they engage, though, the Red 4 here will be able to identify where they're at.
Yeah, they've got more than enough eyes, that's for sure. But they may be misidentifying where they had taken previous contact on the rocks, though, because they're swarming the top of the hill, and they're not checking where the contact actually was. So save for that 1 unit still.
6 Blue 4 remain on the other side of the battlefield. Basically, the main effort for the Blue 4 is with these 3 guys. We'll see if they can pull something out, but man, it's going to be tough. They've already taken out a bunch of Op 4, so what an amazing flank nonetheless. The Op 4 being very, very careful right now. Remember, they don't have night vision goggles. They know the assault came from this way. They see, they're looking pretty much right at the Blue 4, but Blue 4 remain in cover. Grats to them for just remaining steadfast, not giving themselves away just yet. Shots being fired, takes another Red 4 out. Red 4 know where the Blue 4 is now, and you can hear the frags being fired, being thrown away. We'll see if any connect. Rolled all the way down the hill, yeah. Just like you predicted, we'll see.
Blue 4 have a great position if they stay where they're at.
The swarm continues, another frag. Maybe that was a friendly, or maybe that was Blue 4 kind of saying, back off. That sounded like it might have been close.
Yeah, these guys right here, these Blue 4 players playing the objective, I mean, just... Gosh darn, the rest of the Blue 4 team, not to knock them down, but them sitting in that position, taking a T fire, taking a G fire, taking 40 mils, losing their vehicles... They really stifled their team's progress this match, and it's up to these 3 now.
I mean, definitely an interesting push from this Blue 4. I say definitely a lot in these casts. I mean, it's just, I'm confirming things, okay? Blue 4 now, yeah, like you said, last 3 remain. Great engagement. I mean, I've loved seeing just these guys defend their positions against all odds. Red 4 trying to push over that hill, and just Blue 4 is knocking them down as soon as they do.
Those final 6 on the mainland are trying to maneuver across the isthmus, but they're still under fire, and the Op 4 still know where they're at.
Yeah, they're suppressed to no end in this tree line. I'm not sure if they'll be able to get across. A significant Red 4 force remains. I mean, it's numerically
Scorch takes
as
a
well.
fall. One of the three Blue 4 hill climbers has fallen down the hill, but he's patching himself up.
Still alive, though. His friends are also still... Oh, wow, that's the frag they needed. Great frag going down, taking out one of that Blue 4 team. As his buddy slowly rolls down the hill towards his friend. And the last two Blue 4 pushed further down the hill. Ooh, it's going to be a difficult push now, even more so than before. Red 4 finally finding a way to combat this. As they continue to swarm that hillside.
Yeah, man. They really want those hill climbers dead. Definitely looks like Op4 advantage at this point. The Blue 4 has not killed many of them at all this game, and Op4 has really held back despite having darker clothing and NVG's advantage.
I'm pretty sure Red 4 have more than double the Blue 4 numbers at this time, so I think perhaps at this point we can kind of say it's only a matter of time since the defenders, or until the defenders emerge victorious. Around 22 minutes remaining in this matchup, if you can see on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. So a bunch of time for Blue 4 to do what they need to do, but I just don't think they'll have the manpower or assets to be able to do it.
Blue 4 just tried to make an awesome push across the isthmus, but flares and smoke and tracers and everything, but it's too little too late at this point. 2 players left on the hill.
2 players left, indeed. Wow, the carnage is real, though, on that mountainside. Our rock climbers continue to climb. gonna be having a very much an uphill battle, haha, as this matchup continues.
So yeah, just an overview of the game, though. I mean, dinghies, Humvees, darker clothing, NVG advantage.
It's, I think, even looking from the normal view, you know, they're able to get a pretty good, pretty good range. I mean, especially once those tracers start firing, you can pretty well identify where their source is and kind of fire back using the enemy trace as your own kind of guidance system per se. So Red 4 also throughout this matchup making great use of flares, kind of lighting up areas where they think enemy are located. But
I hadn't factored that yet, but yeah.
I don't think we're going to be seeing, well, we might be seeing some contact shortly. Definitely is going to be a Red 4 victory, though. One of the last 2 remaining Blue 4 pushing up the mountainside, going to be meeting close contact at the top. But Red 4 is waiting for him. Getting posted up is this light machine gun directly on the road of approach from that Blue 4 member's team.
He definitely heard that, though, down the hill. He definitely heard them deploy.
I heard a click too, yeah. So he knows something's up, somebody's close. The other member of his team is on the totally opposite side of this hill. Going to be making a bonsai push towards the flag, yeah.
With Pabst.
He's going to be meeting enemy head on. 1 versus 1, and Red 4 takes it. 1 left. Blue 4 is able to take out that light machine gunner. So good shots on his part.
And the assistant.
Ooh, wow. Great shots even.
Here comes Hef. He's checking it out. Looking the wrong direction, though. They hear footsteps, though.
Oh, Hef getting the height advantage. Firing around. Blue 4 ducks out of the way just in time. Going to be looping back around. Firing at Hef. Hef has to reload. Blue 4 pushing around that rock from the other side. Hef gets the height advantage. Fire. It's up and down. And the Blue 4 comes out on top.
Man, this is very tense. Scorch is showing himself to be MVP on the blue team here.
Taking some shots before retreating back behind cover. He's going to be swarmed fairly shortly. Well, I mean, that being said, there's not that many Op4 around him, right? I mean, maybe like 6 or 7, but there's a whole lot more on the opposite peak.
Yeah, perhaps he could even wrestle control from Op4 over the hill there.
Well, he's shown himself to be very adept at this point. He has picked up the light machine gun from his opponent, so has a little bit more firepower as this matchup continues. He might just be playing it safe and might try to duck all the way around again. We'll see what he decides to do. If he does that, man, we're in for another good 10 minutes of gameplay. But he's pushing back up the hill. So, lots of fun.
It looks like he's got 6 guys to kill before he can get control of this, and then there's another 6 on the other hilltop.
Hey, man. He's, like I said before, he's proven himself quite adept at handling these gunfights, and he's got a big gun now, so we'll see what he can do for it, or do with it, excuse me.
He's got 5 behind him down the slope, coming up towards him. Icon's Chapel and 3 others investigating the isthmus there.
He's got to push farther into the rocks if he wants to be
they can hear each other.
Direction. Yeah, definitely.
Roy and Scorch can hear each other's footsteps, and they're getting very close.
Scorch has the advantage. Roy is checking out his pack, but he decides to fire at a different target. Wow, Scorch taking out that Red 4. He is under fire. He is stuck. He is limping, but he manages somehow to get into cover. Panic shots around the corner as he will be healing up, but will the Red 4 be able to see him? No night vision means no, they will not. He is healed up once again. He is mobile. Scorch continues to stay alive somehow. Wow.
What a play. What a play.
Oh, it goes down from range. Wow, what an epic conclusion to this matchup. Oh, man. Obsidian, thank you so much for casting it with me.
Oh, I'm glad to be here. That was great. What a great match.
Red 4 victory in this matchup. The defenders have held once again. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I'm MicOne. You're awesome.